Sing it two by two, me and you, hand in hand. We'll sing it two by two.
Sing it two by two.
Hi, I'm Luke, and I love great outdoor adventures.
Hi, I'm Gemma, and I love reading about nature.
Have you ever looked about when you're outside and noticed just how incredible nature really is?
Nature is God's creation, and it really does seem incredible that it has its own cycle of life. Seasons that come and go and can create new life each year.
Yeah, it's really amazing to think that God created all of this for us to experience and enjoy.
Well, are you ready to go on a great adventure with us today, everybody?
Yes!
Oh, you are? Oh, cool. Well, I wonder who we might meet today.
Let's see if Lookin' Book can give us any clues as to who we might meet today.
He's Looking Book, come on and take a look at what you find upon his pages. He's Looking Book, come on and take a look at what unfolds on history stages. Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Tanika. Our story today features somebody who was trying to run away from God and escape on a ship. Do you know who that might be?
Jonah!
That's right. Jonah tried to run away from God by escaping on the ship. But Jonah was thrown overboard during a big storm. Do you know what animal God sent to save Jonah?
A whale!
That's right. God sent a whale to save Jonah.
Whales are just one of God's great creations.
In nature, we can see many wondrous displays of God's great work.
Sunsets, autumn leaves changing colour, waves crashing on the beach.
And that's just to name a few. Let's see what awaits us when we step outside to praise and appreciate God's great work.
Open up the door, take a step outside. God's word awaits you, let nature be your guide. The cycle of life is there for all to see. It's an incredible show, and for us it's free. And the leaves will fall, and the sun will set. The colors of this show you will not forget. So let's take some time to take a front row seat. God's gift of this world for us is an amazing truth. There's so many ways to appreciate the work I've done, so let's not wait. Take a stroll down the street or through a park. Open up your eyes and don't live in the dark. And the birds will fly, and the sun does rise. The beauty of the show should be no surprise. So let's take some time to take a front row seat. God's gift of this world for us is an amazing treat.
But how did it all begin? How did God create everything?
Well, it all begins with the story of creation
The story of how God created the world.
and everything in it.
The world was created over time using God's masterful plans.
Let's listen to what Looking Book can tell us about the story of creation.
Have you ever wondered where it all began? What came before earth? What came before man? Well, here's a great tale of God's mighty glory. This is creation story. On the first day, God created light. He called this day and called darkness night. Well, this was done with no delay, and that's what happened on the first day. On the second day, God created the sky. The waters from heaven He did divide. Well, this was done with no delay, and that's what happened on the second day. On the third day, God created land with trees. They all bore fruits while the plants bore seeds. Well, this was done with no delay, and that's what happened on the third day. On the fourth day, God created the sun and the moon with stars when darkness would come. Well, this was done with no delay, and that's what happened on the fourth day. On the fifth day, God created fish in the seas
And birds to fly high above the trees.
Well, this was done with no delay, and that's what happened on the fifth day. On the sixth day, God had the most to do. He created man and the animals too. All this was done with no delay, and that's what happened on the sixth day. On the seventh day, God chose to rest. He made this day holy and the earth He blessed. Well, this was done with no delay, and that's what happened on the seventh day. So if you ever wondered where it all began, what came before earth, what came before man, this is the tale of God's mighty glory. This is the creation story. This is the creation story. This is creation story.
What's the letter of the day? Yeah, what's the letter of the day? Yeah, what's the letter of the day? Everybody will feel okay when they hear the letter of the day.
Hello and welcome to the 2x2 School of Letters in the Great Outdoors. The word great starts with the letter G, and the letter G is our letter of the day. The letter G makes the sound G. Can you say that with me now? G, G, G. How many words can you think of that start with the sound G? G, G, G. Grass. Grass begins with the letter G. G, G, G. Green. Green begins with the letter G. G, G, G. Great. Great begins with the letter G. Here, I've got a big letter G. Notice it has a curvy line that goes all the way round and then a little line right in the middle that goes across. Let's take a look at this word and see if it starts with the letter G. The first letter of this word has 3 lines. 2 lines that go from top to bottom and then 1 line that goes across the middle. It doesn't have a curvy line that goes all the way round, so I don't think this is the letter G. This is the letter H because this is the word hop. What about this word? Let's see if this word starts with the letter G. The first letter of this word has a curvy line that goes all the way round, and then it has a horizontal line that's floating in the middle. Yes, it starts with the letter G. G, 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 get. This is the word get. Great work, everybody. What about this word? Does this word start with the letter G? Let's take a look at the first letter. This letter is made up of a line that goes from the top to the bottom and then 2 horizontal lines, one at the top and one in the middle. It doesn't have a curvy line that goes all the way round, so I would say this doesn't start with the letter G. That's because this starts with the letter F. This is the word fun. How about this word here? Let's Let's compare the first letter of this word with our big letter G. This letter has a line that goes all the way round in a curved shape, and then it has a horizontal line in the middle. It looks just like our big letter G. And that's because it is a big letter G. This word is God. It begins with the letter G. Great work, everybody. Or should I say, great work.
The Bible tells us in the book of Genesis that God created the earth and life. The words Genesis and God both begin with the letter G.
I am me, and you are you. I am me, you are you. You're unique, I am too. I am me, you are you. Special gifts have been given to us to use every day. If you lose that race or you fail that test, they're just not the things that you do the best. There's a special gift waiting deep inside. Come on now and let it out. Don't let it hide. I am me, you are you. You're unique, I am too. I am me, you are you. Special gifts have been given to us to use every day. You don't have to be a star all of the time. Just be yourself and you will shine. You may think that others are better than you, but everyone has special gifts. Don't you know it's true? I am me, you are you. You're unique, and I am too. I am me, you are you. Special gifts have been given to us to use every day. I am me, you are you. I am me, and you are you.
Hey Tanika, what's up?
I'm bored, Chris.
Bored? Really? How could you be bored? Hey, why don't you sit down and read for a bit? You love reading.
Nah, I got way too much energy for that. I need something that I can do.
Well, surely there's something you can do to stop you from being so bored. How about a board game?
Chris, very funny.
But seriously, there must be something you can do to stop you from being so bored.
Yeah, but what?
Oh, there's got to be something out there.
Well, can you help me think of something? I need something that can entertain me for a while.
As a matter of fact, I can. Whenever I'm bored, I get up and walk around. I like to look for things that I might never have noticed before. Maybe a new flower has bloomed, or a new spider web has been woven between two trees. There's so much you can see that you may never have noticed before out in the garden. It changes so much.
Wow, that's fascinating, Chris. I never thought about it like that.
Yep.
Maybe I should take a look around and see what I can see.
You should. There's so much you can see and appreciate, particularly in this special world that God has created for us.
Oh, well, I'm off to explore, Chris. Too much to see and do to be wasting time here. Bye!
Hey, Tanika, what about a board game?
Chris!
A shepherd walked up to the top of the hill. In the sunlight he stood still. From there he could see the valley below and watch over the path where a sheep would go. He'd been watching his sheep all of his life. He'd seen some sheep in some terrible strife. If ever the sheep from the path would stray, the shepherd would step in and say,
Don't stray from the path laid out for you. I'm here to guide all the things that you do. I know you're not sure, but show me some faith. Stay close to me and I'll keep you safe. Some paths may lead to danger afar, so I'll ask you to stick to the shepherd's path.
Once the sheep heard the shepherd, he stood still and turned to look to the top of the hill. He said to the shepherd, "How do you know the danger awaits where I want to go?"
You're a young sheep and you want to run, and I want you to have lots of fun. But if you travel too far off your path, you will get lost and your fun won't last. Don't stray from the path laid out for you. I'm here to guide all the things that you do. I know you're not sure, but show me some faith. Stay close to me and I'll keep you safe. Some paths may lead to danger afar, so I'll ask you to stick to the shepherd's path.
What's the number of the day? Yeah, what's the number of the day? Yeah, what's the number of the day? Everybody will shout hooray when they hear the number of the day.
I'm so glad I got the last cookie from the jar. I thought Gemma was going to get it before me, but she didn't, which means I get it, and it's the last one. Hey, today's number of the day is the number 1.
Hooray!
Can you help me count this cookie? It should be pretty easy. Okay, here we go. 1. That's it. 1. 1 cookie. And it's the last cookie, and I get to eat it. You know, I really thought that Gemma might find it before me, but she didn't, so here we go. Hang on a second. I should probably get a plate before I eat this cookie, otherwise crumbs are going to go everywhere. Yeah, good thinking. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, a cookie. Oh, it's my favorite cookie as well. Did you see who put this cookie on the table? Do you know whose cookie this is? Sorry? What was that? I can't understand you. You'll have to say it a little bit louder. Luke? No, I don't know a Luke. Sorry. I guess if you don't know whose cookie it is, then I might as well have it. It would be rude not to eat it. I mean, it is the last one, so.
Okay, I'm back, everybody. I have my plate, and I'm ready to eat the cookie. Where's the cookie? The last cookie? I left it right here. Well, where'd it go?
What's wrong, Luke?
Oh, nothing, Jem.
Oh, come on. You can tell me. What's up?
Well, I got the last cookie from the cookie jar, and I had it right there, and I was just about to eat it.
Oh, yep. I know the one you're talking about. Really delicious, last one in the jar. That one, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And I had the last cookie right here, and I thought, well, I better go get a plate so I don't make a mess, so crumbs don't go everywhere.
Oh, yep, yep.
So,
And then what happened?
right, so I went to get the plate, and when I came back, the cookie was gone.
Gone?
Yeah. Gemma, you ate the last cookie.
Well, not all of it, just half.
Oh, Gemma, I was really looking forward to having that last cookie.
Yeah, I really wanted to have some as well, Luke. Here you go. You can have half.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Thank you, Gemma.
There you go, Luke. You enjoy the last cookie.
Well, I'm lucky there's only one Gemma.
The Bible tells us there is only one God. The first commandment says that we should put the Lord God above all other gods and all other things.
I left the others in the open country, and I searched the land high and low, but I was never gonna stop until I found you, till I found you. There shepherd with 100 sheep, and he counted them all the time. Until one day when his counting was complete, there was only 99. He left the others in the open country, and he searched the land high and low. He said, I'm not gonna stop till I find you, till I find you. He searched the tops of the mountains, and he searched by the rivers too. And when he found the sheep again, he said, I'm glad that I found you. I left the others in the open country, and I searched the land high and low. But I was never gonna stop till I found you, till I found you. He put the sheep over his shoulders, and he walked home joyfully. Then called his friends and neighbors and said, come rejoice with me. I left the others in the open country, and I searched the land high and low. But I was never gonna stop till I found you, till I found you, till I found you, till I found you.
There was once a man named Jonah.
God asked Jonah to preach to the Ninevites, a group of people who didn't believe in God.
Now, Jonah refused to do as God asked, and he tried to run away from God.
But God, being God, knew that Jonah was trying to get away.
Looking Book has a great story about Jonah and how he came to realize that God is the one and only God.
God wanted Jonah to travel to the city and preach. But Jonah didn't want to go, he didn't have the interest to teach. He tried to run away from God by catching the next ship out of town. But God could see everything, and Jonah was immediately found. God spoke to Jonah, but Jonah didn't want to hear. He asked him to travel and help get his message clear. God wasn't happy and caused a storm out on the sea. The ship nearly sank, and Jonah cried, God's punishing me. The ship's crew heard Jonah and realized the storm was his fault. And threw him overboard, and then the storm came to a halt. God spoke to Jonah, but Jonah didn't want to hear. He asked him to travel and help get his message clear. Alone in the ocean and far away the ship did sail. God sent poor Jonah some help in the form of a whale. The whale swallowed Jonah. From deep inside Jonah did pray. For 3 days and 3 nights inside the whale he would stay. The whale swam to shore and spat Jonah out on the beach. He spat Jonah out on the beach. God again told Jonah he must travel to the city and preach. And this time he did obey and let them all know about God. The people all listened, and then they all believed in his love. God spoke to Jonah, but Jonah didn't want to hear. He asked him to travel and help get his message clear. Yes, God spoke to Jonah, but Jonah didn't want to hear. He asked him to travel and help get his message clear. Help get his message clear. Yes, God spoke to Jonah, but Jonah didn't want to hear.
Good thing we finished our game of badminton before it started raining.
Yeah, you're not too bad at badminton, Jen.
I'm also rather good at goodminton. Get it?
Why don't we check out what's on the 2x2?
It's punny!
Hello and welcome to the 2x News. In our top story today, we look at the seasons and how things change. For more on this fascinating kaleidoscope of colour, it's over to our roving reporter, Liz. Liz.
Autumn, that time of year when leaves fall from the trees. Why do they fall from the trees? And why do they grow back? It's all part of God's great design. Leaves fall from the tree during autumn, the season after summer. Trees require a lot of energy to stay alive during the winter, so much so that they don't have enough energy to keep their leaves alive, so they shed their leaves and they fall to the ground. Then in springtime, the leaves start to form again, creating growth and colour for the otherwise barren tree. So the next time you're raking up leaves and wondering why they fall, remember it is all part of God's wonderful design. Bye!
Wow, we've had so much fun today.
We've certainly been on a lot of adventures.
Can you remember who it was that was thrown overboard in a huge storm because he was running away from God?
Jonah!
Yes, it was Jonah.
And can you remember what animal saved Jonah from the storm?
A whale!
Yes, a whale saved Jonah from the storm when he was thrown overboard.
So come on everybody, let's sing it 2 by 2. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Let's speak to one another with spiritual song. Let's sing and make music all day long. For God, it's time we start to feel it in our hearts. So let's sing, sing, sing. Let's sing together these Bible stories that teach us all about God's glory, giving thanks for everything through songs, psalms, and hymns. So let's sing, sing, sing. We'll sing it 2 by 2. Sing it 2 by 2. Now that we have found our tune, we can sing it 2 by 2. We can all applaud in the name of the Lord. So let's sing, sing.